What's up everyone? So today I am out in the middle of nowhere, I've brought my truck to this small hill here. Hopefully you can see it. It is a dead end. There's nothing at the top to go to. But what I wanted to do in today's video and using this test spot is show you guys how four-wheel drive works, how crawl control works and everything like that. I've had a lot of comments asking me how does that process work. A lot of times in filming our videos we'll just say we're in 4-high, we're in crawl control, we're doing this, but I don't actually show you guys how to do it. So this is going to be more so a tutorial video on doing all of those different settings. So that's why I've come to this hill so we can test it out. If you guys can see, it's a little muddy today, so it's going to be a perfect condition for the testing. So that way we can really see how just two-wheel drive works versus four-wheel drive, the rear locker, crawl control, and everything like that. So if you're a new subscriber to the channel, this is my 2017 Toyota Tacoma. It's the TRD off-road. It features crawl control as well. All right guys, so I have one camera up there. I have the GoPro in the back. Let's go ahead and hop in. We'll get the truck on here. So with the truck on now, I'm in two-wheel drive. So basic, normal, everyday, daily driving. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into drive and we'll start to just walk up this a little bit. And you can already see traction is flashing. I'm going nowhere in just normal two-wheel drive. So that's basically test one to get it out of the way. Now, you saw the traction control light flashing. I can go ahead and turn that off with this button here. I need to hold it for about 3 seconds because you're going to see auto LSD. Now traction control is actually off. With the auto LSD, it's basically going to monitor that and, like it says, automatically provide power or take power away. I learned that out the hard way, so holding it, traction control is now off. So we're not going to hear that except for me rolling slightly backwards there just a little bit. So now I'm still not getting anywhere, obviously, because we're still in two-wheel, but I just wanted to show that feature of traction control. Now we're going to take this dial and switch to 4-high, and it's simple as just turning it to the right. You're going to see that green indicator keep flashing until it's engaged. Now I am in reverse right now. I just need to move a little bit just to get it activated. There we go. 4-high is something that you can do without being stationary. You can do it up to about 45-50 miles an hour, I believe, and I have done that before out on the highway, like in the snow or something. But basically now 4-high means that when those rear tires start to spin, you can see that, or you can hear they're not spinning right now because power is going to the front, and that's what it's going to do. As long as the rear tires, at least if one spins, the power is going to get sent to the front tires, and you can see I didn't have any spinning in that test at all. So basically they're just going to engage as needed. Now we're going to move on to 4-low, and that's where we can do a couple different other features that I haven't got to, obviously. The only thing that you have to do with 4-low is you need to be in neutral. If you can see, I'm going to go ahead and put the truck into drive and put it over. It's just going to keep beeping at me, so I'm going to go back to 4-high, put it into neutral, and you just need to push this and then twist it right. And you're going to see it's just going to take a sec. There, we have 4-low activated. So now I can put it into drive or reverse. And now that means that power is going to all four wheels. It doesn't matter if one's spinning or not. All of them are going to spin as long as I give it a little bit of gas here. And so hopefully now the ratios in that is going to allow me to just keep crawling and just keep getting up this hill. Now I did lose speed and a little bit of traction there. There is quite a big ditch on that one side, so I don't need to do anything crazy right now. If you guys want to see a more basically in-depth test of all these features, I'll have those videos down in the description below. Again, this is just a small hill just to walk you through all the features. So now we're in 4-low. There's 2 more settings that we can go into. We can go up here to the right button. This is the locking rear diff. So I'm just going to push on that once. You're going to see it engage that quickly. Sometimes it won't engage that fast. Sometimes you just need to rock a little bit forward and back, turn the steering wheel hard right or hard left, and then get it to engage. It just, the angle of the axle or something, it just needs a minute to sometimes get into place. That is the quickest I have ever seen it engage. So basically the rear locker, what does that do? Now that means that both rear tires are locked and spinning together. So one can't spin and one can't not spin. They're both spinning at the same time, but I do still have power going to the front wheels. So it's going to give me a little bit more traction as I slowly kind of as I slowly make it up that hill, there is a little bit of something I'm getting stuck on. And now the last test, I'm going to get a little bit closer to this hill so that way we don't have to kind of have a long run up to it. We're going to move over into crawl control. That's these dials right here. You have multi-terrain select and the crawl speed. So I'm going to move this dial over to the left so you guys can see all the settings. Pushing on that, you're going to see this screen appear with mud and sand, loose rock, you have mogul, rock and dirt, and rock. I'm just going to keep it in rock and dirt for now. You have to be in drive or reverse in order for this to work, because once you take your foot off the brake, it's going. So I'm in drive right now. I'm going to move over to crawl. I'm going to select my speed between low, medium, and high. I would say for this small hill right now, I'm going to keep it in setting 1 or 2. The very far one to the left, low, is going to be for something that's pretty much almost straight up, I would say. And then if you're going too high, it's going to be something maybe a little less steep than this. You're just keeping your speed going. So I don't want to go too fast. I'm going to keep it in 2, let my foot off the gas now, and it's going to automatically start doing its thing. I'm not doing anything at all. And so you can see it's sending power to all the wheels, and again, I don't need to keep going higher than that. I am still in crawl and reverse. I'm just going to push on this so that way it's been deactivated, and now I can slowly go back down the hill. But crawl control is monitoring each tire and seeing which one is spinning, which one's not spinning. The computer is doing everything on that. I'm just letting my foot off the brake and it's going from there. So basically I just have to drive from there on. And now getting everything back to normal two-wheel drive. Once you're done on the trails and you're ready to get back to the pavement, I'm not going to worry about taking the locking diff out right now. You can do that separately, but I am going to put it into neutral. I'm going to go to 4 high. You're going to see both of those were just deactivated. Then I can go over to two-wheel drive, put it into drive, and my traction control is still off because as you saw, I did that separately in the beginning. So now what I need to do is obviously just push on that, and we are back to normal. All right, so that is how you go through all of the different four-wheel drive modes on my 2017 Tacoma with this small hill here in the background. Again, I didn't do anything crazy, just wanted to walk you guys through that. I will have videos down in the description below on tackling an even bigger hill using all of these different modes, so definitely check those out. One thing that I wanted to go over before I end today's video, a lot of people thought this wheel and tire combo, I would have so many issues off-road. So I've come to this little ditch here to show you both sides. Let's start in the rear. You can see just how much flex I have in the back side, and then coming to the passenger side, really tucked up in there, and I have a lot of clearance to even go more. So I've got another 2.5 inches or so to tuck in the rear. Here's the cab mount. I have a good inch between the tire and that, and this is full lock right now. This is at full lock, so I have plenty of clearance. Nothing is rubbing on the upper control arms. Yes, I know this is close, but the tire is never gonna go that way. It's never gonna move in unless something catastrophic happens, but plenty of clearance on that side. And then looking at the driver's side too, have a lot of room up front, obviously no rubbing. So right now, this is a perfect set. I'm able to do everything off-road, have fun with the truck, and I don't have to worry about spacers or anything like that. I know I made a video about should I add spacers, but with the setup right now, there's no need to. So I'm gonna keep having fun with the truck, keep taking my mall crawler off-road, and having a lot more fun adventures with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next video.